took that compound, that's it right here, and we coupled it with the diethyl linkage to 2 glutathione molecules. It makes it extremely water soluble. We threw this into water with goldfish. We went up to 1.5 millimolar concentration. Didn't bother the goldfish at all. We had another bowl where we didn't put it in. If you put mercury in, the other goldfish died in 20 minutes, and with this compound in the water, they didn't die at all. I mean, they're pets. The little girl, my postdoc, hasn't as a pet yet. So we've been using this compound now to look at toxicities. And we started out with rats, and we injected them under the skin and the stomach area with the chelator amount in micromoles per kilogram body weight. And we started out at 100, 200, and 300 with 3 different sets and none. And then we went to 200. This group here got 200, 300, 400. So they ended up with a total of this over a 9-day period. And all they did, they didn't lose weight. They did as well as the controls. As a matter of fact, they looked better than the controls. The compound is not toxic, so we jumped that, went up to 1,500 micromoles, and again, there was no toxicity. This was done in my laboratory. We know weight loss, no toxicity at all seen in these rats. And last month, we sent it to an FDA-approved lab to test it, and they did a thing. They went to 5 grams per kilogram body weight, and that's the highest testing level they go to, and none of the rats died. One of them got diarrhea one day. And so this compound shows absolutely no toxicity to rats in culture. We're now on a 28-day study that is in progress to determine the effect of daily exposures. We'll see, if this is going to give it a tenth of a gram, half a gram, and a gram per day for 28 days, and then they'll sacrifice them and look at their kidney. And if this is done, we'll find out that we have probably a very potent compound that, mercury chelator, that's not toxic. Now, I can tell you that what we've done with this is we have taken rats, and we started out giving them 4 milligrams per kilogram body weight, which killed them all in 3 days. If we injected them with a tenfold excess of this chelator, none of them died. They didn't even get sick. These rats would develop a head tremor, and then they go into convulsions. It's a slow, not agonizing death, and die. So then we went to 14 milligrams per kilogram, and they lived, they all died in the 2nd day. Again, if we gave them the chelator, that would compensate for that level of mercury toxicity tenfold over the same micromoles. They didn't even get sick. Then we went to 28. That's almost 8 times the lethal dose. Did the same thing, got the same result. So this compound will bind mercury and render it non-toxic in these rats. We're now doing the toxic test. The amount that I would expect a person to take if he weighed 180 pounds would be 409 grams. That's what you could take and be safe if you're a rat, a big rat. But if you took this amount, which I think would be something that would be reasonable for someone to take orally, 100 milligrams, 200, 500, or 1,000, it would be in this range, you're going to be taking 0.024 to 0.24% of what's a safe level to rats. So I think these are going to be, I think there's a good chance that these are going to be very, very safe. I would tell you that for the women here, don't come and ask me if this will increase the health and the sexual proclivity of your husband, because one woman has been asking me that all and on, and I told my wife I don't think it does that. Okay. Anyway, some people I would like to talk about. Mr. H.B. Wallace is here in Scottsdale. He died last year, passed away last year. When the NIH took my money, he's the one that funded and kept me alive and got me, and there's people in the academy that helped me do that. So there are some good people in the world, and H.B. Wallace is probably in heaven somewhere, looking down now. And then there's another group of people. These people had a friend that had talked to me a lot about. He's from England, actually, from Great Britain, and he had neurological problems, and left me money at the University of Kentucky to continue to work on mercury toxicity. And a lot of it, I like to thank the people in the IAOMT and my friends in dentistry. You're great friends. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much.